Simcity maps to see the status of pollution, health, education, flammability, and crime in your city. Select view data from within the adjust and review button menu, says the suggestive llama. Hello there, llama, and hello there, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play SimCity 3000 with me, Skwalker. And when we left off, we played through the years 1920 to 1925, and we accomplished some shit, such as improving the crime, then causing more crime, and doing some zoning. And we're gonna continue with some zoning and just quickly make up for some of my zoning sins there by getting our roads set up a little bit more residential areas there. We're just making sure that there's plenty of water to go around, plenty of lovely polluted water that is as well. And then we're going to continue doing other things as well. Shopping carts, stage 2, we've already got commercial development, so we don't need to celebrate them again. Hello there, Beaks Abode. Anyway, there's a lot of things for us to do. Our main focus for these 5 years is we need to, first things first, stop this jail overcrowding problem that we suddenly have, because this jail's already at capacity. Yeah, we actually have that many criminals in the city already. So here's another jail, and hopefully that will just solve all my problems there. Power's doing alright for now as well, but yeah. We've just been, we've just had a bit too much crime in the areas, so yeah. Probably all this casino's fault, but it isn't, and it never will be. Anyway, what are we on with today? Well, guess before we start taking on any massive projects, we should probably start by looking at our advisors, meeting with our advisors, and making some decisions. So first things first, the city's stuck in traffic, and the mayor ignored it immediately. Crime hurts business, we've dealt with that. Well, we're still dealing with that. In fact, we're going to build one more police station in the area. And we're going to pop it around in this area, because apparently there's a lot of crime in this lower quadrant of the city. So, fuck me. Do that again. So yeah, there we go. Right, there'll be never any crime here ever again. In fact, let's just see how that's doing for a crime right now, according to our data views. Yeah, there we go. I mean, look at that. I mean, like, there should be no crime here whatsoever. I mean, it's actually now very low of a crime. Yeah, I know this area has no policemen whatsoever, and it's basically a lawless drug land, but seems to be doing alright still. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy to see that we are now in a low crime situation. By the way, 80% of Sims hang up on telephone solicitors. And you should too. Right. Looks like we're doing alright now. We have a good performance rating on our police stations now, so they're doing what they can, and yeah. Water's polluted, and I will choose to ignore that issue. I don't want to export my garbage, and I don't want maximum security positions. Right. Cool. Yeah, I don't listen to anyone, by the way. Still a very low effect on the industrial, well, on my lovely big polluting industries anyway. Right, anyway, we're going to continue developing out our industrial complexes here, so that's what we're going to do, except the bloody hilly terrain means it's actually not very easy for us to do this now. But I'm still going to do what I can and just try and develop this lovely coastal area into a bit of a, you know, into a bit of a tasty zone, like so. There we go. So now hopefully we can get some bit more dense industrial development going on in this area, or at least we can get whatever we can going. And apparently we can't develop this one hill here, but fine, that's fine. Anyway, I'm just trying to increase our tax revenue, our tax base, our income, because that's very important. So I'm just putting down what I can here and there. We're just having a nice bit of dense industrial development here. Yes, it's polluting the water to shit, but well, the water was always going to get polluted at some point anyway, so why slow it down now? In fact, oh, there goes the mine, by the way. What are we replacing it with? A mine. Fantastic. Also, there's a double stogie enterprise. Stogie, that's another word for cigar, isn't it? Aging backs can't bear a heavy... Oh my god, are you lot actually asking for lower taxes again? Like, I swear to god, I have lowered your taxes so much now. Like, taxes are actually quite low in my city, but fine. There you go. You can pay as much taxes as the... Yeah, by the way, the industrial people are forking out all the taxes, but someone's got to pay the taxes, so the fucking old people stop whinging all the time. But just they should be looking at casinos making enough money to basically run this entire city, which it is. That casino is actually doing me wonders for my stuff. In fact, though, I am out of money for this year, so we're actually now going to have to just blast over to the next year and hope there's something else for us to do. And why are the police sirens always so loud in this particular area of town? Like, is crime actually that bad in just this one area? Why is it always loud? What is actually going on in this one area of town to constantly make it a police siren nightmare? There isn't even that much crime. In fact, you want to know where the highest amount of crime is in the area? It's actually the Seaport. The Seaport is technically the most crime-ridden area in all of Sydney, but no, it's apparently this area which has the... Well, but now... nope, I can hear it coming back. There we are. Loud-ass police siren again. Why do we have that? Why do we seriously have it in this area? Like, unless it's just the newest burglar alarm we installed in the fucking haunted house. Maybe that's it, but I don't think it is. Right. Anyway, let's just keep making our way to the next gym and we continue rejecting maximum security prisoners. Because apparently, it's just that guy just actually genuinely can't take a fucking hint. So there's by the way how we can obviously tell where the nice area of the city is by the way and where all the shit areas are now. I like that in nice city. I actually do. But anyway, we're gonna jump to the year 1926, and by the way, check your facts before making a fool of yourself. That's a good idea. An afraid procrastinator, prognostic. I don't know what that is. Apparently, a disaster is awaiting us all. And just after that, a giant hairball was discovered to have perfect grammar, say several linguists. We live a nice life in this area. Okay, so we're into a new year, by the way. What's our top agenda? We could get a lot more residential stuff done, and I think we're just going to do a lot more residential stuff. We'll continue developing the foothills of this area, the hill districts, we're going to call it now. Yeah, there we go, and then I won't even put any more there. Yeah, I'm just going to put some more little residential areas here. I know they're basically being basically left to dry, and they're basically just being put next to the fucking shitty industrial estate, but unfortunately someone has to go there, so, and I have decided that they shall go there. What else do we do? Why do I have so many fucking power lines in this area, by the way? Is this area, like, not connected properly? I'm sure it is now. Like, I'm going to get rid of some of these power lines because it's an absolute fucking mess, this area. And why do we even bother with this link? I thought we were going to sell our power. I don't know. I think that one has to be here, though, because these areas have, like, power problems, so, I'll leave those ones be, but yeah, it's, you know what, we can probably get rid of a bit more actually. That bit can go, we don't need that, and then yeah, we'll leave it be from that point on. Right. Cool. Let's see, what else can we get done? It's just all about getting more residential zones built up in this city because we want to be a highly residential city. So let's think about where we can put more residential stuff. This area is going to remain commercial, and in fact, because I've got the statue here, I'm going to pop a few parks down. I'm going to pop 2 large parks here, and then put a small park here, and then a little fountain. And yes, that's all the money gone. Shit. But then that's going to be another commercial area. And then we're going to put more. We're going to put more apartments and flats here, and we'll make this little jutty out bit a residential area. And I think that's going to be our plan for today's session on this game. So yeah, that's how we're going to do it. But we are at once more at the end of our tether in terms of budget. So yeah, and by the way, it turns out middle-aged once more is a hoax. Turns out you got bad posture. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. This might be a shorter episode actually because I'm basically just spending all the money. Oh my god, look at that. That is lovely what we just built there. A concrete walk. That's because the land value here isn't absolute garbage. So maybe we can get rid of Ben's diner soon as well. Or we can just start putting in the nicer things in life, really. Like, oh look, it's turned into a fountain of Gen X. In fact, a fountain of Jenks. I like that. That's very nice. Next to all the fucking malls and motels. Yeah, we need to really do something. Schools are ranked lowest again, by the way. How bad is it? Not that bad. We're only like 3,000 students. Right, we'll build a new. We'll build a new school if we're overcrowded again. Oh, what's that? Oh, a toy store. How lovely. I really need to have a crack with the building architect tool at some point in this Let's Play, by the way. If you didn't know, there was a tool bundle with this game, and I was actually bundled with my original disc copy of the game, which I no longer have, because it doesn't work, unfortunately. But there was a cool tool where you could just build your own buildings in this game, basically using more or less the same tools what the developers used. And basically, it was just great for people who like to mod. And by where we are in the new year, we made about $3,000 in my God, look at this! The Bradbury building. It's a commercial building, and I love that. That is fucking sweet. That is the shit we want here. Anyway, let's just finish developing this area out. So there we go. It cost me quite a few monies, but I'm happy paying those monies because that is going to make this area absolutely lovely. And it's all watered up, isn't it? Well, it is now. And now we're going to start working on this area. This is going to be my lovely little coastal residential area. So put a nice little pipe loop there. So that should get the area all nice and watery. And let's start by making our first road, which is going along the pretty coast. And now we'll have to stop it there, and we'll kind of do it like this, like this, like this. This is sort of like the beach walk. So yeah, it's always a bit awkward when the game wants to be funny with the road alignments. But if we just keep doing it like that, and then Tommy be safe, what is he saying? Tries to keep 6 months expenses in reserve. That is, this Tommy be safe dude is a bloody prophet, isn't he? Like, he knows the score, does Tommy be safe. I'm trying to build a diagonal road here, but I don't think it's going to work properly. In fact, it isn't going to work, so maybe if I just do this and make it a bit curvy, but then it really doesn't work. Now I've just really fucked it up. Maybe if we do it like this. There we go. Let's just have this going up there. Boom, boom. Look at that lovely road set up for my new... No, I'm not going to make it dense residential now. Dense is for when we get into the big stuff. For now, let's just keep it medium. But let's start setting up a nice little street here. This will be Fuck Street. I don't know. Anyway, it's all watered up. We've got guaranteed water, so, and I'm already out of money. But look at that. People are going to start moving in, and oh shit, I was going to build a school. Wasn't I? Oh, we'll do that next year. But it's already starting to be developed up. It's going to be a nice area. I'm sure it'll be completely and totally free of crime. Lower industrial taxes, by the way, says Mr. Big Nose.
Bird Skwalker, but city's treasury is already overflowing with cash, but we're still required to pay taxes as usual. Don't you think it was time to give us a little bit of a break? If there was ever a lower time or a time to lower taxes, now is that time. It will be a nice boost for industry and all the city too. For when we do all well, we all do well. And the city also does well. Like our motto states, all for industry and industry for all. Yeah. You can have lower taxes. It actually seems completely and totally legitimately fair that we lower industrial taxes because they're not contributing the most to our economy. Well, they're still paying higher tax than everyone else, but yeah, industrial taxes were never lowered, and they've been paying a lot of money basically. So yeah, we'll give them a nice bit of a tax break, and that might stimulate some more industrial growth, so we can get shit like this actually, like some big factories. I like that. They look good. Very, very good. The best, in fact. Right, let's just speed up time once more and just just skip to another year, but let's just see what we get. The land value here isn't going to be too good, I'm guessing, because of, well, I haven't really developed this area. Is there an overview for land values? Land value. You can see we've got a nice high area. That's probably, I think we all know what that is. That is the park, but yeah, we've definitely got some areas where land value is doing quite nice, and some areas where land value isn't doing so good. But man, look, another Bradbury building just spawned. That's nice. And here we've got micro shops. They sound cool. And then more petrol stations, diners, but fashion stores as well. Like there is some real nice stuff spawning here. But we do seem to still have an issue of commercial retention. We're getting these nice commercial shops, but they're not staying. They start disappearing.
So, and that's obviously the issue I've had in this game. I can basically build nice cities, but once commercial zones start getting thrown into the mix, there's an issue with retention. They seem to be the quickest zone to abandon of them all. Oh, well, Anvil's getting quite full, by the way. We'll keep our eye on that because we may need to expand it soon. Hopefully, ooh, let's get on a bus route. Yeah, I probably should start thinking of putting in a bus line, but I want to see if I can prove my point in the buses, because I might be wrong, I might be right, but I'm pretty sure when I read the manual many moons ago, it actually said you don't need to put secondary bus stops down for Sims. They will get on the bus and the bus will automatically take them where they want to go. Now, first things first, that is not how a bus service works, my friends. That is how a taxi service works. Not a bus service. Buses go where buses want to go, not where the fucking passengers want to go. It doesn't work that way around. By the way, did you know there's absolutely fucking loads of bus driving simulation games on Steam? There's loads of them. Right, anyway, let's get this road set up. So, ooh, it's going to have a bit of collision here, so let's just do this. I don't know why we have a random junction going on here, by the way, but we do now. So let's just make it a proper junction by doing this, and now we have a bit more room to breathe. Let's get a school set up first, so then we're making sure that the young ones are getting educated. I think we actually probably need more than one school, because I think we're actually now really far behind on our overcrowding. Well, we're not that far behind, but overcrowding just keeps happening because overcrowding will always happen. There we go. I love it when if I get a diagonal road just right, we make this really awesome junction. By the way, I fucking love that junction. It's my favourite junction, and I know it sounds fucking nerdy, but it is. I used to have a massive obsession with traffic, actually, in my really young days, because I used to do a lot of drawing, and I used to, like, the only thing I would ever draw were roads. I would always draw roads, and my favourite bit of drawing roads was drawing the streetlights. And if you notice in this game, actually, streetlights are completely and totally non-existent. There are no such thing as streetlights in this game. There's plenty of them in the Sims 4, well, SimCity 4, sorry, and City Skylines, but this game doesn't have any streetlights, so basically when night falls, which it never does, because there's no day-night cycle, but yeah, you're fucked when night falls. You'll be just feeling your way around. You'll just have to strut the walls and hope you don't stray onto the road and get squashed like a hedgehog, because yeah, that's your life over there, buddy. Anyway, ooh, that was a near crash there. Anyway, we've got the nice new residential areas being built up. Already got some nice things coming up here, by the way. Good player sounds. Alright, it's low land value, but I think that still looks quite nice. How we're doing for schools, by the way, we're still overcrowded, so we're on a B. So we're doing good, but we're not doing great. We're getting the majority of kids educated, but we're not getting them all educated. But hey, we're trying. At least we've got a nice little bit more residential stuff going on here. I mean, our population is actually climbing up. We're already on nearly 60,000. We were on about 50,000 when we started today's episode, so we're already doing very well on that front. We're doing so well, the game's actually struggling to load in our city all the time. It has to keep reloading it, because that's life. Still feel like I need to get more industrial stuff done. Feel like we haven't quite developed this little plateau out properly yet, and I'm gonna make that probably next year's goal, because we're still carrying a bit of industrial demand, but luckily our income's been quite solid. And we may actually get to a point where we probably maybe could theoretically get rid of the casino as well, and we can just do away with that and basically make our money off the back of the city. But in another way, I don't really want to get rid of it, because I think it's doing fine where it is, really, and I think it'll do fine. And there's also Sims Food Shop. Yep, Sims Food. Just before Simlish became like fucking hieroglyphics, it actually just had actual letters. I do apologise for the yawning, my friends. By the way, I am just tired. I've had a long day. I'm actually recording this just a few days before Christmas, and I've been going through the usual madness that is all the Christmas preparation. You know, you got to get the presents wrapped, you got to get the food done. I'm actually one cooking Christmas dinner this year, so I've got all of that to do. It's a lot of stuff to do, and oh, are you trying to offer me a maximum security prison? I say no to that, my good friend. Cactus is not the favourite Sims shrub, by the way. Oh, it's this idiot again. Mayor Skwalker, we're not interested in recycling the dishwasher. Yeah, I think we've heard this one before. He wants water. Why is there no water? I thought everyone had water. Who's not got water? What pathetic loser has... Oh, these guys don't have water. I guess we're underproducing then a little bit. Whatever data views tell me, which I will always just run to. Yeah, there's like one area without water. Water. How are we doing with water over this past year? I don't need everything else, by the way. I haven't a fucking clue because this percentage tells me water is a thing. Here's what was like for the last 10 years, it dropped. Here's what was like for the last 100 years, it expanded and now it's dropped. I don't have a fucking clue. How's education doing, by the way? How's education been doing? It's on 62. A lot of cool things that we need to have a look at, actually, which I think we'll have a look at as we get close to the end of today's episode. Or yeah, I might do it close to today's episode. Yeah, we're gonna have a little look at the data views actually in a few minutes. Still, yeah, I think we're having a bit of a water supply problem, so we need to get that solved upon the start of next year. Let's have a look and see. How bad it is, and I'm going to get rid of some of these power lines because not all of them are needed now. Right, how are we doing? Capacity. Yeah, these water pumping stations are all at capacity, so yeah, we're not producing enough water now to keep ourselves hydrated because of a new intake of people that we've got coming in. It's getting quite difficult now, so let's quickly jump to the next year. One or two places might abandon because of water, but most likely commercial zones will just abandon because they're fucking dickheads. Oh my god, my Bradbury buildings have gone, by the way. No, I loved those, and they just go. Should have made them historical. I should have done that, and that prevents them from being ever demolished. I mean, we could make this parking lot historical as well, like the historical parking lot of Sydney. Hooray. Right, another year, another bag of simoleons comes in. Right, first is first, we need more water. So let's set down some more pumping stations in there where the water's slightly cleaner, I guess. So let's just pop them here. The water here isn't salty, by the way, it's still fresh. It's still fresh. Good. Good. So I've just set up 2. That should probably provide enough water for us for now. If it doesn't, we'll set more up, but I'm sure that'll do. Let's just quickly give him a bit of a fast forward kick. Yeah, that one's doing fine. That one's doing fine. The water's polluted already though, but I think we could probably use one more because they're producing water, but we're quite close to capacity once more. So, tell you what, I'll put 2 more in and then we're definitely safe. Right, cool. Good. And Sydney is now boasting an excellent water system. Fantastic. Right, let's finish developing this area, by the way. There we go. We've got all the development in. I might also just try and develop the outer area. Oh, no, not that. That doesn't look right. Dezone that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get anything else meaningful squashed onto this area, actually, so we'll leave this area as it is. I think that's a nice little development there, and I'll just diagonalise a road out here, actually. I could. There we go. And we can just put something nice in there. Let's just put in some more residential zone there, and we'll just get that watered. Oh, it's already watered up. There we go. That's just a nice bit of extra development there, just to keep the people happy. And now, anything demanded, by the way? Sims demand taxes. Do you really need more fucking... No, I'm not getting... Why do people keep saying the taxes are high? The taxes are really low. Like, 3%? Really? It's such a low rate now. No, I'm not doing any more tax cuts. I'm getting a little sick of doing those. Anyway, I want to have a go at setting up a bus system now because the city still apparently has traffic problems up with bums, so we're going to set one up. Now, once more, I have theorised... Oh, that's why we had that random junction. I have theorised that we... that buses actually just go where Sims want, and that's it. So, I'm going to set up one bus stop here. So, here's our first ever bus stop. And we're going to leave it... We're going to make it sterile. Like, that's our only bus stop. Now, let's see how many Sims just jump on the bus. Let's give it like a month to pass. Come on. There we go. Right, that was 1 month. Right, how are we doing? 335 people use the singular bus stop. I'm guessing we're using it as a smoking hangout. But basically, yeah. I think it's basically a hub for private bus companies just to roll up and then they can just start bussing around, I guess. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to set up a couple of bus stops here and there. And then Sims can just, well, hop on board, really. So there's no point setting up in industrial and commercial areas. We're just going to set them up across our residential areas, let them do their thing. I'm putting them down without much thought, really, I know. But do we really need to put that much thought into them when basically these buses are actually like taxis? Let's put one here. There we go. And let's put one here. There we go. And let's finish off by putting one here and one here. There we go. So now everyone's got a corporate order for healthcare. Suffering Sim say the healthcare budget's not doing well. Why is it not doing well? It's because we're overcrowded. So it's not that we need more healthcare funding, it's just that we need another hospital chucking down in the area. Fine, another hospital's on its way. Here's another hospital. My god, traffic's getting busy in this area, by the way. Yeah, we've got a lot of traffic. That might escalate into a problem at some point in life. Ooh, I didn't mean to make that, by the way. Let's just do that. Yeah, now I've heard the road's awful, but whatever. Oh, shit. I put my bulldozer away before it does something really bad. But yeah. Let's just keep building this area up, by the way. I'm just, what's more, just keeping a vibe here. Just, sort of like preemptively developing the area. I know we're going for a very grid-based city, but to be honest, that's kind of what you do in this game. It's quite grid-based, but there's room to be creative here and there, really. Oh, that looks shit, that, by the way. Anyway, I'm not building dense commercial just yet. We're going to keep it medium. I'm just going to zone in a bit more commercial stuff, so there we go. Healthcare best in the region, by the way. We just saw that by building another hospital. Well done, me. Right. Anyway, we are just about at the end of this episode, as we are getting close to the end of 1929, so that'll bring us into 1930. But I guess after... Oh my god, the dice has jumped by the way. Oh, that's cool. Potentially deadly, if those dice were to ever, like, miss their mark and land on the streets, then roll down, making some Sims very unlucky, but okay. But yeah, I think it's time we just had a quick look at some of the data views. So here are some of the data views. Aura's still doing bad. Well, it's actually doing quite good in the residential area. So we've got some Aura. Crime is getting up in this area, so we'll probably want to get a police station set up there. Density, yeah, that's density, alright. Power, everyone's got power except for the one city hall, which is just forever stranded there. I was probably being a bit silly when I put it there, really. I probably should have put it maybe in this area. I might do, actually. Yeah, City Hall is going to get demolished. We're going to move it. So, come on, City Hall. You'll get put somewhere else now. And I need to put that lighthouse down as well, and the county courthouse. Like, you know, we need to make criminals quake in their boots. And... actually, you know what? Yeah, put that there. There's the courthouse, and... here is the City Hall. There we go. Right in the middle of a city, or in the middle of this area. I should really put these things where, you know, where it is. We've got 5 miles of red tape already, by the way, and we also have 160 annual criminal cases. So crime isn't that bad, but if we're only having 160 cases, that's like 2 a week. Jeez. Let's see what else is going on, by the way. Here's how flammable the city is. Yeah, we probably want to work on fire coverage. Land value is actually getting quite good in the area as well. It's slowly increasing, so we're definitely seeing a positive trend there. Pollution, air pollution, well, naturally it's quite bad in the industrial areas, so yeah, for some reason we've got bits of industrial pollution where the town hall was. That's a bit weird. Water pollution, it's not that bad, really. The game keeps saying it's awful, but it's not that bad. Garbage pollution, well, it's all kept to the landfill, so that's fine, I guess. Transport, yeah, once more, we are seeing some areas with heavy traffic, but nowhere's like completely and totally bunked up as it stands. The train lines do seem to be Sims industry leader cutting costs at huge risk, by the way. Industry ethics raises major safety issues. The pollution in Sydney is out of control. Industrial leaders seem only focused on profits, not the environment. Safety procedures are being bypassed, creating a dangerous situation. I recommend you begin lowering pollution now before I have a crisis to deal with. I think you should consider not my issue. Laissez-faire it. Right, anyway. Why is residential demand suddenly gone down the pits, by the way? Is it because of all the pollution? Water's fine now. That's what zones look like. Let's have a look at some charts as well. Yeah, we're having a bit of a resident. People are leaving the city in droves all of a sudden. That's not good. But here's some things, by the way. Education. The average IQ is now 64. The average IQ of a workforce is 67. So we're still technically a city of retards. We're working on that, though. Healthcare, yeah, life expectancy is now at 64/63 years, so improving at least, I guess. I mean, it's still 1930s, so yeah. Population, nearly 65,000 people, 65% of which have a workforce. Electricity, we produce a majority of it from coal now rather than from oil. Power plants are doing okay. They've got enough room for me to do some further development. Garbage, it's all landfilled for now. Hopefully we'll unlock some other ways of dealing with it. I mean, garbage... Oh, we have unlocked other ways of doing it. This game's not very good at telling me when we've unlocked new shit, haven't we? But now, yeah, we can build incinerators. These cost 7,500. They take care of large amounts of garbage, but much of a trash burnt will technically become air pollution. So if you build it near... Well, basically land value will plummet. But I guess it's one way of getting rid of some of the pollution. I don't know if they'll automatically take some of it away from landfills as well. I can't remember. I mean, once more, that's the way you do it in City Skylines. You can set your landfills to just go and take all their crap to the local... what the fuck is going on there? Why is there a great big zombie wandering around? But they can automatically just go and empty themselves into the local incinerator and then, you know, job done. Don't know if that's the case here, but yeah. Oh my god, there's another one of those big buildings, by the way. You. Historical. The Bradbury building will now be immortal. Excellent. But yeah, that's pretty much where we are going to call it a day now, my friends, as we hit the 1930s, where I'm sure the game will unlock something else and the game will just fail to tell us about it. But what will we do in the 1930s? Well, we'll do more things. We'll be doing, well, we're going to expand this area because I built these lovely buildings, so we need to put something next to them just to make them look a bit more natural. We'll have to continue increasing crime protection in the area because we're still having crime problems. And we'll also continue just with general growth. I mean, we're really growing now. I mean, this city's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and there's still so much land for us to take over, and that's what we're going to do. But until then, I do hope you have had a lovely time with me today, my friends, and next time there's more rambling, more building, and all that other lovely stuff. But until then, I hope you have a lovely evening, and I'll see you on the next episode. And a UFO was seen and disavowed, by the way. That's kind of scary.